Hello everybody, my name is Christoph Görn. Welcome to this short demo. I would like to show you how to use event stream analysis to trace artifacts from source code into pods running in production. So this is an OpenShift demo you have seen before in a demo that I gave and in a video I uploaded to YouTube, how to send OpenShift events and Kubernetes events to Apache Kafka. This demo is based on the previous work. You'll find the link to the YouTube video on the presentation. And this demo will add a few capabilities. I've implemented a few applications, tiny little applications, or some call them microservices, which read the raw events seen on the Kafka topic and start analyzing the pods, the deployments, the builds happening in OpenShift. So let me explain what components have been deployed. First of all, we have the event router, which is based on Heptio's work, and it is simply gating the events happening on OpenShift and Kubernetes into an Apache Kafka topic. This topic is really just holding the events, so whenever an object changes, an event is emitted, and that events will be seen on the topic. A second component I call the raw event switchyard is analyzing these raw events and is maybe picking up additional objects which are required for my analysis from OpenShift or Kubernetes and send these whole objects, not only the change event, this whole object to another set of topics living in Kafka. Builds, pods, and deployments objects will be picked up and sent to the corresponding topic in Kafka. The third component is event analysis. This is a microservice which is again listening for the raw events and is analyzing the OpenShift builds. So whenever a build has finished, I'm looking for this event on the raw topic, and I'll pick up the build and its log and send it to the corresponding topic in Kafka. The event dashboard is the fourth component, which is simply consolidating and correlating all the events and all the objects seen on the different topics in Kafka. It is basically correlating everything so that one repository could be set up and displayed to the end user. So what does that repository, that brain look like? First of all, it is just a piece of JSON. I have no fancy GUI, but this repository contains a unique key which is derived from the source to image image digest. So every source to image generates this digest, and that is the primary key I use to link all the information I received. This is the git commit hash. Whenever source code changes are checked into Git, the hash changes, and this one is triggering a new build in OpenShift. Again, the digest of the image that has been created by the build, it's triggering a new deployment, and out of this deployment, a number of pods will be created, and these pods are again recorded in our brain, in our repository. So these are the things that carry or run the source code which is identified by the git commit hash. Of course, we can add even more information, not only the list of pods which have been created, but we could also include the host names which run these pods or additional information about these pods, who's owning these pods. But keep in mind, this is just a proof of concept. There's no large base of information in here. So here are the references. Feel free to have a look at the GitLab repositories. I provide the source code to all these components just described. Now I would like to head over to a cinema animation so you can see all the commands used and the thing in action in real life. Have fun and send some feedback. Thanks. You see the current status of OpenShift. I just show that the event router has been deployed. Now I'm going to deploy a config map which is holding the configuration for all the other components. This is deployment of the raw events switch yard so that all the raw events get picked up and the objects will be sent to the topics. This is just a tiny dumper to show you that all the events come in to Apache Kafka and get dumped. The event stream analyzer again is correlating and picking up additional objects from OpenShift. So whenever we see an event that a build has finished, the build object is picked up and sent to Apache Kafka. Here's the event dashboard to correlate all these events and objects. Let's have a look. It's deployed. All the components described earlier in the presentation are deployed. And I expose, of course, this service as a route. So we have a look at the repository, nothing in there. And now I deploy a demo application. This is just to get something going. We see lots of events now in the background on the Apache topics. We see that the application has been built. And if we have a look at the repository again, you see that the source code commit has been recorded and the number of parts which have been created from this commit.